Welcome to Cityscape Global Studio. We're discussing today the unprecedented growth that is undergoing in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in several related sectors to real estate. One of the sectors that is witnessing this growth has to do with home ownership and Saudi home ownership. And when it comes to every single growth and every single sector, what we are witnessing is a dynamic period of history that is happening in Saudi Arabia and managing now to attract investors, developers, and tourists alike. In this conversation now, I turn to His Excellency, the Minister of Municipalities and Housing, Majed bin Abdullah Al-Hogail. Welcome to Cityscape Global Studio. You should be very proud of the ministry because as my third year here in Cityscape Global, I remember we were following the rate of Saudi home ownerships, and now you have surpassed the target where home ownership rates have reached 65.4% by the end of 2024, and it has surpassed the 2025 target of 65%. I suppose the first question is, what specific housing and maybe financing enablers were you able to prioritize and you will be continuing to work on the next year?
Thank you for hosting me. It's a pleasure to be with you.
Thank you. The pleasure is mine.
Crown Prince, when he made the vision, the target was to reach 52. And we were at that time 47, so it was growing 2% every year, because every year people come to the market and they need houses. So if you want to grow 1%, it means you need to grow 2%. One is to make sure that the percentage is declining. Successfully, we were able to achieve it in a short time. So His Royal Highness have expanded, extend this growth.
He's made the goal even more ambitious.
He always would like to see the best for his country, his people, as Saudi is his heart, and always he's always a priority. The big challenge was the ecosystem, because it's not you build home, it's about the whole ecosystem has to move together. We were working in how to focus on the four main pillars. One of them was how to ensure that the supply of the units that allow people to choose. So you need to create alternative housing with the private sector that can meet the demand and the ability of people and affordability of people. So it's not one product. It's not one price. It's a variety of things.
It's a range, and you're building communities, not just units.
And at the end, this is a home, people home. So you could not decide what people should stay or where should they select. You want to make them to have option, and they select one of these options. So in this pillar, the challenge we had, we don't have a local developer in Saudi Arabia. Most of the people used to develop lands, raw lands, and the culture was people buy lands, they find contractor, they build their home, they design it. So it's a journey, long-term journey. Sometimes takes 15 years, 20 years until you have your dream. And we know how much important homes for a family. Father, mother, they can sacrifice anything, but they want to make sure that their children, their kids, in a safe home, and that's a dream for everybody. We worked with a developer since 2017-18, and people visit Cityscape. He can realize how is local Saudi developer becomes international capabilities, and it's not about international or local, but the capacity and capability they do, and the offering they do is something astonishing. Anybody visiting this, myself, I'm proud when I see every section here. I remember when they start. I remember what was their thinking and where now they are developed. So this is one. The supply chain of material, contractor, availability, all that, we work on it. A change from a traditional building to a different method of construction. All that was one of the pillars that we were, at that time, we were thinking, how can we develop this market and the segment of that? Similar is the finance. When we started, the size of mortgage in Saudi Arabia, around 150 billion.
150 billion when you started. You recently said that this has now exceeded, is it true, 900 billion Saudi riyal. Yeah. This is equivalent to
960, 700 billion out of that is for retail mortgage.
For retail mortgage. So, and this is only this year. So I guess
during the 5 years.
During the 5 years.
The continue of this growth. At that time, asset booking in the banks was around 7%. Today, around 27% of the banks. Last 5 years, if Saudi market asset was booked around 900 billion Saudi riyal, 50% of it was in the mortgage industry.
Yeah.
But without mortgage, without supply of units, we were not able to reach this too. The third very important thing is about regulation, because regulation in terms of permit, how can we make the permit fast and easy, you can obtain it, and the same time how you protect all stakeholders. You want to protect the developer, you want to protect the buyers, you want to protect the all stakeholders who are in this society. Many regulation. Apart is we actually establish RIGA, which is the Real Estate Authority, General Authority. We have SRC, the Saudi Finance Company, which is similar to Ginnie Mae in US. We have created many laws we passed, like the brokerage, home association, off-plan sales, and many regulation to make sure that regulation help the players that they can participate with a trust, because if they don't trust the system, it will be difficult for them, because we don't want the stakeholders are not in an environment where it's not clear, or they can face any challenges of that.
And I noticed, of course, it's multi-layered. It's not a one entity effort. It's very multi-layered. There's many stakeholders involved to achieve what you have already achieved in numbers. So maybe quickly, can you give us a glimpse on the role of the private sector? You've done a lot of partnerships with the private sector to expand the access, obviously responsibly and efficiently as well. Give us some examples.
One of them is, the whole vision is built to enable the private sector.
Yeah.
And they think housing is one of the good example of private sector participation. We know as a government, if we are the people who, the government here build the homes. First, we will not have the offering as we see now. We will not continue, because sustainability of the program is the most important. You don't want to do something 3-4 years, then you stop. You want to make sure that the market neutral enough to help the sustainability of any program we do. So private sector was, from day one, we were thinking how to enlarge the private sector. And today we are proud is that who participate is not a local private sector only. Even international private sector are participating in this vision.
Yes,
and that's the beauty of what we did in the past, and what we now is that private sector participation is the key things of the success. When I mentioned, for example, mortgage has grown from 100 to 900, means it's that private sector was contributing to this. And that's a private sector money who help. If you see who developed the houses, is the private sector.
Yeah.
And this is the beauty of the vision, and the beauty of it is the sustainability. We will never rely on something that, or build something that is not sustainable.
Yeah, and you mentioned the international investments as well. I want to get to this question on the new foreign ownership framework. A lot of entities are excited about it. It's set to start in January of 2026, very soon, in a few weeks. This is a significant step in attracting foreign investments. So I guess we'd love to know from you, could you share a little bit more details on how will this framework be, one, implemented, and some of the guiding principles you can explain to us today to ensure that this is also aligned with your national housing goals?
You know, foreign ownership was in the agenda since
for
5
years.
years.
5? Yeah.
And everybody say when foreign ownership start in Saudi.
Yes.
The direction from Crown Prince was very clear. We will never open it unless we protect any investors from outside who buy homes, that he could have a system that protected them. So that's why what we have done in the past is to make sure that the private sector, the regulation is protecting the buyer as a part of the ecosystem, not only foreign, but even local people. And today we are confident that the law is protecting foreign ownership to do it. Also, we want to make sure that foreigner, they can buy it simple, easy. It's not very complicated. So
efficient.
If you are in any country in the globe, what you need to do is just simple to go to any embassy. They will give you a unique number in order to do it, and you can do it online. And when you do it, you could buy home from here. And that's where we invested a lot in the fourth pillar, which is the proptech, because we have, Saudi, one of the strengths of Saudi is the e-government.
Yes.
True. It's amazing when
you can almost do anything.
Anything.
Yes.
And quite
on
advanced.
On the app.
Sometimes I just talk to the people when we look to benchmark best practice. When I look, for example, digital banking, when I see some countries globally, when they start to talk about digital banking, because some countries it's difficult to have the data. In Saudi, you don't need this. So if you go to any Saudi banks, they have actually practice. Me as a Saudi, I don't go to any government entity if I want to get my passport, if I want to get my driver license, anything I needed from government. But even banks, if I want to do private sector, I don't need to go. I don't remember last time. I don't have much money, but at least
I hope you will.
I never go to banks to collect. It's
all digital.
All is digital. All is the infrastructure, and that's something that we want to make sure. Real estate. Still, we are improving the way of searching homes.
Yeah.
But I think the data and what is the capability of developer and what we also invested to make sure that the experience and the journey, it's quite transparent, clear, and simple.
There's a running saying, especially with friends and colleagues that I meet who come to Saudi Arabia for the first time. They always leave saying, wow, there's an app for everything in Saudi Arabia. Literally anything you want, you can have the app and then just do it. And you're also one of the highest countries with an internet penetration. I believe the internet penetration rate here is 98%, which is one of the highest in the world. Finally, to conclude, I would love your remarks on Cityscape itself. This is the 3rd edition. It's been doing wonderfully, attracting developers and investors, like foreign investors. How do you see events like this, and Cityscape makes a difference, makes a valuable platform in the real estate and FDI and in urban development in general?
I remember when we done Cityscape 1, because after a few years, when we start to develop the ecosystem, we think it's time to have an exhibition or a platform where we could have everybody's there.
Yeah.
So we are not here to think of promoting a project. We are here to have a platform for discussion about future of real estate. And that's why it's a global. And you can see in this event, we have 500 speakers in different sectors. Because real estate is not house. Real estate, it's a life. It has the sport, entertainment, health, and you just name all the sectors.
Education,
Education,
schools,
and all that is part of the real estate. I don't think anybody now is thinking about only the home, the bedrooms, the living rooms. I think most important is about the community that he lives to it. So the mindset are changing. Home is important, but the community is more important. Me and you, we could build home. We could build nice home, but we could not build community. And this is where we emphasize and important. So go back to Cityscape. And the first, I think, was 70,000 square meters. The second edition
I remember it. I was here on the first edition as well. Most of the team here was.
Then, we went to 120, and we think, wow, 120 is too big. But then it's been filled. Now it's 166,000, and it's people call me a lot, say we need a space, we need to present ourselves.
Yeah, really, yep.
But the beauty is, when you look to it, you see people from all the globe, you see speakers from all the globe participating, sharing. You see architecture, you see engineering office, you see financier, you see. Even in this year, we are investing a lot in the proptech, so you see the tokenization, and we announced the first real estate listing criteria. And Saudi Arabia will be the first country in the globe who have a standardization of tokenization real estate.
Oh, interesting.
Some countries was developed, yes, we have it here and there, but it's been developed by the private sector.
Yeah.
So there is a lot of, some gap or some of lose in this transaction, and some of them started after you own the asset. What we need to do is we want to make sure this is being standardized, it's being clear, and the process is being also regulated, so to make sure that this is the tokenization. And that's of Cityscape, really the beauty here. We are looking forward again and to exceed or to move from putting the project in the place to just make sure, think about the future of the real estate, future of the homes, future of the community, future of the architect, future of the engineering, future of the finance. And these things, I think, will help not only Saudi, but it will help the globe to start to see what's the next step of the real estate. And this is what we need to have it in the Cityscape.
What can I say? Your ambitions are big and bold, and this is exactly what we are seeing here in this edition of Cityscape Global. I want to wish you all the best. Thank you so much. And thank you also for giving us such insightful and inspiring view of what a country can do when they put a goal and a clear vision going forward. All the best. Thank you so much, Your Excellency, Minister of Municipalities and Housing. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.